Today's gonna be weird, y'all. Hey, you ready? I don't even know if this is right.
I hear it.
Welcome, welcome to the Loyal Locals podcast. Can you actually hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Welcome to episode 49. Talking about weird times for Loyal, weird times for us right here. It's the hotel room episode, everybody. We already had a whole bunch of those with Steve. Please let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I want to make sure that I'm sounding okay. Welcome in. It's just Steve and I tonight, I think, unless somebody shows up. I don't know. What's going on, Steve? What's happening, dude?
Not much, man. Not much. A little bit earlier tonight, so that means I can get some extra rest. So I'm in for that.
Hell yeah!
Hell
The
yeah.
thing too is I need a lot of rest because I'm losing 2 hours and I need to wake up early.
Yeah.
So I'm not drinking anything today, man. But what are you? I'm sure you can drink some for me. What are you drinking?
I'm just having a whiskey ginger ale, keeping it a little bit different tonight. I'm a little light on the beer hall with how busy we've been, so just keeping it with a light cocktail.
Yeah, on Twitter I had a little bit of a contest. I had a stone beer earlier, and congratulations, Mr. Steve Brokoff, hit it perfectly. Your gift is in the mail. Psych. You didn't get nothing. No, I actually earlier when I got here because I'm in Minnesota. Everybody, in case you weren't aware, I'm in Minnesota. I'm in St. Paul. I got here and I immediately went to go have food, and when we did, the only thing that looked appetizing on the list was a 90-minute IPA by Dogfish Head.
Mhm.
Those are so good, man. I had missed those. So good.
Yes, Jerry. I will allocate my gift to Brandon. How about that? Boom.
No,
Damn.
no,
So you were never planning on giving out a gift. You just wanted all the mentions.
no. I was. It's just not to you guys. Not to you. We'll talk about it later, maybe. But hey, listen, we just did one of these like 4 days ago. I feel like,
No,
right?
we
And
did.
here we are again doing another one. Drew's still probably right now just asleep somewhere in Europe. Do you know where he's at? What's his update?
I don't.
You should have like a map tracker, like where in the world is Drew Steck?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I knew he was doing England and then Italy, so I think somewhere in Italy. But honestly, knowing Drew, him and Katie may be in Africa right now.
I'm going to stalk them right now. Let's see where they're at. It doesn't matter. They're not here. He's not here. They're not here. I shouldn't be here, but here we are. We're gonna make this happen. So obviously going into this game, we did Tacoma and then Orange County. I mean, were you expecting this? Like where we are right now? I felt like Orange County should have been a little bit better. Definitely a lot better. Like we should have gotten 3 points out of that match.
Yeah. I feel like we played, like even Landon said it in the post-game interview that he did with Alan, who was filling in for Two Balls with their vlog. I think the team played really well. It's just kind of they got 2 goals scored on them in really quick succession, and one of them technically an own goal, but it just kind of happened so fast, and then they just couldn't find it again. So I think we'll kind of break it down in a little more detail here, but overall, I think the team played pretty well. It just kind of didn't work out for them. And I was talking to some of the guys with setup, not at this last match, but the match before, that that only matters to a certain extent so many times, right? You can say, well, we played well, but we didn't get results. We played well, but we didn't get results. But at the end of the day, you need results to make the damn playoffs, and you need results to win a title. Like you can't just keep saying that, well, it's a good performance and we can live with the performance, even though the points weren't there. At some point, I mean, now that the table is really tight, and like I said, I think we'll get to that at the end. But yeah, at some point you got to start just saying, hey, it's a good performance, and we dominated that game just like we did against Vegas last Wednesday. So, at some point you got to just say it's not enough. We need results. And this one, we didn't get it.
That's right. I totally skipped over. What a fantastic match. That's the reason why we had that last podcast against Las Vegas, right? And so you would think that's going to be a good confidence booster going into this game against Orange County. It was not the case. They were not able to pull it off. But just before we get into the match, we'll break it down a little bit more, obviously a little better. Let's talk about some news. So we did kind of tease this. No, we definitely teased this in the last episode. Welcome to the club, Augustine Williams from Galaxy and Galaxy 2. Big talent. Obviously, we need somebody up there scoring goals. He had a little bit of playing time, not quite a lot. But I'm excited to see him, man, in the Torrey Green. I think it's going to be exciting. And we get him through the end of the season. Who knows if he comes back? But at least for the rest of this season, Augustine Williams is San Diego Loyal.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about a lot at the beginning of the season how we had such incredible center back depth. I mean, maybe not right at the beginning of the season, but after a lot of acquisitions, it's like we had like 10 center backs, and now we have like 5 forwards. And I didn't even put these in the notes, but we just acquired another forward, right, from Real Salt Lake. Was it Dougie something?
Oh yes, that's right.
Because I didn't look it up and I'm tired. But yeah, that's also super exciting. But so it's like, really, we have so much forward depth. And I know we lost Miguel Berry, and that was a huge loss when he went back to Columbus. So now here we are with Corey, with Ben Spencer, Augustine Williams, and then Doug. That's really 4 forwards. Ibarra can play forward. So we really have a lot of striker depth. It's a pretty good thing. I mean, at some point, you're saying these are reinforcements because what we're doing now, we're not scoring enough goals. At the same time, it's kind of late in the season to start bringing new people in and expecting a whole lot out of them. They're fresher legs. I can kind of see these guys more as, hey, we're going to sub them in at 45 minutes on days where Corey's pretty tired. I still expect Corey to see most of the starts just because he knows the system well and he fits in. Now he fits in well. I think at the beginning of the season he was kind of rough, a square peg in a round hole kind of a situation. But here now it seems like it's kind of working a lot better. So I kind of expect a little bit more of as a spell and not necessarily a replacement. Even though he's talented, you just can't. You're throwing him in the deep end here and just saying, "Hey, learn the system and get to know it." I mean, hell, Jerry, it took us 4 weeks at the beginning of the season to even become close to comfortable with the system that we're trying to play. With those 4 losses, so expecting a whole lot out of somebody to just come in and really understand how to play with each other and interlink. It's going to take some time, and I mean. Maybe I'm talking myself into by the playoffs. Now is the best time because now by the end of the season and by the playoffs, we'll have a lot more depth and a lot more people who will know the system instead of just relying on Corey. But I think for the short term, I think it's still going to be Corey.
So Douglas Martinez, and thank you, Corbin. I did pull this up before you posted it, but I'll give you the credit because you came in here and threw that into the chat. So anybody that's in the chat, welcome, and please send us questions, comments, and not the same questions. Don't repeat the ones from Discord because we will be going through those later if we have some time. Douglas Martinez, he scored a team-high 17 goals during Real Monarchs 2019 championship season. So he joined San Diego Loyal on loan for the remainder of the year, and that's a great get. I believe, wasn't our man Jack Blake with Real Monarch in 2019 as well? Mm-hmm. So there's that connection.
Yeah, good point.
Maybe already some, some bought in, what's the word that I'm looking for? Chemistry? Maybe some good chemistry there between those two that can open up the scoring a little bit more. And then obviously throwing in Augustine Williams as well. I agree with you, though. I think it's unrealistic to expect too much from the new guys and to, come in and learning the system, which clearly we're sticking by the system that we have been for the entire life of this club, all 2 years of it now, a year and a half. So, we'll see. It's honestly, the game against Orange County, I almost want to say I'm in a weird spot with how I feel about it because it did leave a lot to be desired in my eyes, but at the same time, we also didn't do that bad. We put up an effort and we were doing well, and there were the majority. It was, two goals that fell within, what is it, 3 minutes or whatever it was. And so it's bad luck. And we keep having that bad luck. But of course, you can't put everything on good luck, bad luck. There has to be a plan. And so another thing that came in, and talking about having a plan, and the club is Ricardo Campos being named the interim president of San Diego Loyal. Congratulations, Ricardo. We all know, and we have your back. We know what you know, and we know that you get it. So we're very excited to have you there. And like you said, I'm gonna just bounce off of what Steve said, and maybe Steve, you can give a little bit more on this comment. But you said, hopefully, we just get to the point where we can remove that interim part of it. And you know what's funny is Landon Donovan totally copied you, went on the radio and said that exact same thing. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did hear that. And I don't know, Ricardo's. If you've gotten to know me and listen, I think I've mentioned this on this podcast too. But Ricardo and I go back a few years now here, trying to bring soccer in this town, and then it finally happened. And then for him to kind of get this title, I think it's definitely earned. He's got a really good soccer background and soccer mind, and he's also mixed in a lot of the business side as well. So I think somebody with his kind of frame of mind and perspective as the president of the club leading this is going to make sure that this club is soccer first, like business and sponsorships and all that other shit second, right? So that's what we want, right? I don't want another and it's going to sound harsh, but Angel City. I mean, Angel City's done so much marketing and so much branding and so much everything, and they have yet to kick a ball, and they've yet to, really like get in the thick of things yet. And I know that's a little bit of a different situation, but it's just kind of a cherry picked example. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Ricardo. He so deserves this. I really just hope that, Andrew, these last few weeks of the season, these last few months of the season go as good as I know that they will from his perspective. And then in the off season, he can really sit down and finalize things as far as, contracts and all the paperwork to really remove that interim title, because it would just be, I don't think the club is in better hands, and nobody else could do better than I think Ricardo can, kind of steering this club in the right direction and growing it to where we all want it to be.
Yeah. So welcome, Ricardo.
Yeah, for sure.
We love you, dude, and we're excited to work even more with you. Here's the thing. I'm gonna go back to that comment you made about Angel City, because I know that you just picked it out of nowhere. Right. However, I also want to mention that a large part of a club actually succeeding and doing well is what they are doing. Sure. And that is taking their time. How long ago were they announced? And they've been growing. They've been growing the culture. Where's San Diego NWSL right now? And they're supposed to be playing at the exact same time as Angel City.
Right.
So
yeah, I have concerns. About that.
It's a huge concern. It was one of my biggest concerns with San Diego Loyal. If they would have taken their time, maybe we would have had a better opportunity of building up this foundation, and also being able to find some, different players that could have fit more into the mold of what they wanted to put out on the field and create a better product. But here we are. We get what we get, and so I don't know. It's tough to say that this could have happened, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Sure. We live in the now, and so now with that living in the now, it was a big match against Orange County, man. We talked about this as being a very important match because, in fact, it was going to absolutely separate us from the pack. And now we're in fourth place, closer to fifth. And Orange County has now moved up, right? You have Tacoma up there. You have Phoenix, obviously, who's, continuing to do well. Actually, they just tied a match, which helps us a tiny bit. At this point, we just want Phoenix to win and beat everybody else so that we can move up. But golly, man, it's like I'm saying, it's a very confusing match for me because I don't know how I felt about it. I was there in the stands with my kids. I had a blast. I think we always have a blast in 109. But from where I was, the team gave it their all. But also felt like there could have been more. Like the own goal silly mistakes like that. Just like, ah.
Yeah.
So where do we go from here? So let's jump into this match, man,
Let's
against
do it.
OC.
Let's do it. Yeah, we had just had some people when we were talking about kind of striker depth and center back depth. We had a lot of people commenting about their concerns about center back depth and depth in the defense. I think those are all legitimate concerns. I mean, going into this one, our injuries are definitely piling up, right? Metcalf is out with the collarbone, Stoneman out with the lower body injury, Trey Muse, that was a surprise to me, out with an upper body injury. Colin, lower body still, he's been out for what seems like a month, maybe a little more. I'd have to kind of dig back in the tweets, in their quote unquote reports, and see when the last time he's suited up. And then Callum, another center back, upper body. So that USL is really coy about injuries. They don't really have to report anything. I mean, I think a lot of us are used to, following European soccer where the tabloids and
everything
reporters are poking and it's their specific ligament in this ankle, and at this level, we just don't get that information.
Cristiano Ronaldo got bit by a mosquito last night. Did you see that?
So like we don't get that information.
It looks so red.
But so here we are with kind of a piling injuries, and I mean, Jerry, are any of these guys not starters? I mean, Jack, Stoneman, Muse, Martin, Montgomery, those are all starting level players. So it's like we're missing 5 starters in our lineup, and we still put out that kind of a performance against OC. That says a lot. But also still we didn't get the results. So it's kind of really hard to juggle those and kind of play both sides and have that both attitudes. But at some point you got to say, hey, OC is a good team. And we were missing basically 5 starters, maybe 4 starters. You can consider Callum maybe right on the fringe. But regardless, the injuries are piling up. There's definitely concerns. I would hope that if Stoneman and Montgomery are more of longer-term things, maybe they'll bring in another center back. Maybe not. Ian Mai really has seemed to step up over the past. I mean, the 16-year-old kid has really stepped up. So maybe not. Maybe he fills the role until those guys get healthy. But regardless, that's kind of the injury report. You want to run us through that starting 11?
Yeah, absolutely. So Austin Guerrero starting at goal. That was awesome. I was hoping my car had been dirty. I was hoping for, clean sheet. Didn't work out. Oliver Larez, Elijah Martin, Sergio Chavez. We have a new player. Jordan Chavez's twin, Sergio Chavez, plays. Not actually. I think it's Jordan Sergio Chavez or Sergio Jordan Chavez. I'm not sure. That's his name. Joshua Yaro, Charlie Adams, Jack Blake, Haji Abdi Kadir actually started. That was awesome. Tumi Mushabane, Miguel Ibarra, who was congratulations, player, one of the players of Team of the Week, and then Corey Herzog. So solid lineup. Still, I mean, a lot of new names in there, right? Oliver, new name. Sergio Chavez doing his actually first time in the starting 11. So excited to see the Chula Vista man along with the Chula Vista goalkeeper man. So that was cool. Then Haji, has he started yet? Was this his first time also?
Yeah, okay, I think he started not the last match, but the match before that. I'd have to go back and check, but I believe he has.
And then Corey Herzog, obviously. I mean, Miguel Ibarra and Corey Herzog. I like that mix there in the front. And Corey Herzog continues to play well. I just don't think that he's like 100%, but still doing better.
Yep.
Let's see something.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the kind of going into the match itself. Are you ready for that, Jerry? You want to pause?
So no, I just saw this comment here.
Yeah, rough. And I did just look it up on Transfer Market. His name is Sergio Jordan Chavez.
Sergio Jordan Chavez. Nice. So Jordan is his middle name.
Has this information.
Shout out Transfer Market.
Yeah, really. If you ever need to know anything, Transfer Market's got you.
So we had, just real quick, we had 4 substitutions throughout the game. 73rd minute, Morgan Hackworth comes in. 59th, we had Ian May. 73rd, again, Alejandro Guido. And then in the 59th, along with Ian May, we had Augustine Williams come in. So about 30 minutes of play for Augustine Williams. I would say not enough to see what he can do. Yeah, I do see him moving. Oh, you could see that he's going to be fantastic, but I do see him making his way into the starting 11, I think.
Okay. Okay, and you could see that he's a physically different player than anybody we have.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Ben Spencer's a big boy, but not Augustine Williams big.
Yeah.
Kind of like he has got that kind of intimidation just with his presence and his size that I think changes kind of how we play. Like he could be kind of that target striker, right? He can hold it up, he can dish it off, and I'm not really sure we have anybody like that. So I do wonder that if, and I would need to go back and kind of watch and see if the style changed, if it was kind of more of a long ball, hold the ball, lay it off kind of a thing from there. But I am interested to see, if he does get in that starting 11, does the system change a little bit? Maybe not the system, but maybe the style of play. Does it change a little bit, right? Very interested in that.
Yeah, 4-3-3 is nice up there. Did fit him in there? I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to get into some stats, or
we could run through the first goal. First of all, 0-0 in halftime. I thought the game was first half was, I think we played really well. I think there were some chances. Go watch the highlights if you want to run through those. But I went into halftime feeling pretty good. I didn't have any. We're lucky here. It was kind of more of a 0-0 is pretty fair, but I think we're on the right track here. And then obviously right after that, 56 minute, Jack Blake found himself pretty free down the right hand side. It was kind of a cross, kind of a pass right into Toomey. Toomey took a pretty beautiful touch on his left foot just buried in the bottom of corner, right in front of us. And that was gorgeous. I mean, right then 1-0. Toomey really seems to be heating up. He's finding some great form. So, I'm really excited. I think he's going to keep starting.
Agreed. Toomey's earned his spot. Toomey's doing fantastic. I don't see any reason why we take him out at all. Going into this match, I think we had already mentioned it. Toomey's on fire, so he just continues to show up and do well. And I think that he will continue to do well, and he's going to be really important if we do, and when we do make it into the playoffs, he's going to be a very important player for us.
For sure.
So a couple of
energy.
Yeah, a couple of things on the stats. We look a lot better on paper and stats wise than I think maybe a lot of us may feel after that game, especially losing 2-1. But possession, I mean, we did real well. We're at 65.9, possession, and then we're looking at the success rate of duels and aerials won. We're well in the 60s. So it was a well fought battle. I think OC just had the luck this match, unfortunately for us, but we did not play bad. We played pretty well, actually. 19 shots, 4 of them on target. I think we need to get better at that. But one stat that I did really like was shots outside the box. 6 this match. So 13 inside the box.
Yeah, and I mean,
so that continues, but we are getting some shots outside of the box finally.
Yeah, my internet cut out there a little bit, but I don't know if you mentioned this, but we had 8 corners to their 1. 8 corners that's a lot of damn corners. So
yes,
that's telling you that we're attacking, we're making chances. We just didn't get them in.
Yeah.
And this time, like I said, your internet kind of cut out for me, but the offsides 4-2. So 4 still isn't a whole lot. I know we had some comments earlier. Some through balls. We're not seeing a whole lot of through balls. But I think 4 offside is still more than what we've seen in the past. I remember doing some of these podcasts earlier in the year, and we had 1 or 0. So there's some there that kind of tells me there's a little bit more stretching the back line, looking to play over here and there. I don't know if it's enough for me, but there's something there. That's a better trend than there was. So.
Yeah, and taking into consideration how many players were missing. I love this, by the way, Steve. Thanks for this graphic. Steve put up on our Google Doc that we use for our podcast. He put up the image that the club uses. It's hilarious to me. Like Jack Metcalf, upper body. Grant Stone, lower body. Trey Muse, upper body. Colin Martin, lower body. Kaylee Montgomery, upper body. It's like Colin Martin, side body. Trey Muse, other side of the side body. No, it's just weird to me that that's how they won't tell us exactly what it is, but that's fine. We get something, so it's good.
For sure.
Dude, 56 goal was fantastic. I was absolutely with you. Just kind of didn't comment on it, but going into the first half, I felt confident because we were looking really good. Man, okay, so we do drop drop into fourth in the standings. I mean, before we get into the next match or anything else, is there anything else you want to add on this match? I don't want to put the own goal fault on Sergio, on our new player, who I've been calling Jordan, on Mr. Chavez, because I saw that play back, and anybody, like, he was trying to get the ball out. He was trying to get the ball out, and where he was positioned, it just didn't happen. You know,
own goals happen. They happen to Virgil van Dijk. You know what I mean? Like, it happens. It happens to
who? No, I'm just kidding.
It happens. It's just that it wasn't a terrible own goal. It just was an own goal. It happened and it sucked. But yeah, those two quick goals really hurt. And we just could never really put another one in. We just couldn't really seem to do it. So I know we still had most of the possession. We were still attacking. We still had a lot of chances. I know we had like 5 minutes of stoppage time and we played like 10, which was awesome for us for once. But just couldn't seem to poke the ball in the net to earn the point. So yeah, this one definitely hurts. I mean, Jerry, I know you've been trying to get here, but it drops us to fourth in the standings. We're now tied with Tacoma with 27 points. Our record now is 8 wins, 9 losses, and 3 ties, 3 draws, for a total of 27 points. Our last 5 is win, loss, loss, win, loss. So that's 3 losses and 2 wins in the last 5. That's obviously not a great form. And I just
Tacoma, however, 3 goals, 3 games ahead of us, by the way. And
3 games in hand and tied on and equal with points with 27 points. Orange County now equal matches played, but they're 2 points ahead of us in the standings with 29 points. And then Phoenix is just way up there. So, but what is interesting about Orange County still has to play Phoenix 3 times. So these, we had a really early Phoenix schedule where we played them away 2 times in the first 4 weeks, and then we hosted them again both times, I think, in June. So that was a really early, heavy Phoenix schedule. OC. So while it seems like, they're 2 points ahead of us, equal on matches played, they still have to face Phoenix 3 times. Now, my concern with that is Phoenix may let their foot off the pedal, knowing that they may have first secured, play some of their backup guys for health, and then that might allow OC to get some results against Phoenix, where we, obviously, we beat them once, we drew them once, but we did lose twice. So there's a lot of points dropped against Phoenix there. So it's kind of a, maybe wishful thinking that OC still has a lot of points to drop in their last 12 matches here. But I guess we'll see. See. Worth mentioning that we need to get one of the top 2 spots in order to host a playoff game. Obviously Phoenix is up there, but it's about now time if we want to turn it around and be able to host a match at Torero.
One of the things that you just mentioned about Phoenix possibly taking the foot off the pedal, if you look at their current form, their last 5, 2 wins, 3 draws, 3 straight draws. So it went win, draw for Phoenix Rising. So maybe they are starting to take the foot off the pedal a little bit,
That is interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So 10 in the standings with Tacoma. They have 3 games in hand, as you mentioned. That's tough. Let's look forward, man. Let's who's that screaming in the backyard? Or in the background? Is that your high school?
Probably.
High school
I got
band?
my headphones on. I got my noise canceling headphones on. I can't hear anything. But your silky voice.
If you're watching us on live right now and you see me keep looking in that direction, it's because the Dodgers Padres game is on. Okay. Looking forward to Sacramento this weekend. Sac, 22 points, 5 behind us with 2 games in hand. What's their current form, I wonder? I'm going to look at this up real quick.
It is right there.
Oh, you have it? You have it. There it is.
Win, draw, win, draw.
Oh.
So, and that was 5 ago to 1 ago. So
not too bad.
That's unbeaten, obviously. So that's not great, given that we've lost 3 times in our last 5 matches and they've lost 0. But and also worth noting that this is a huge match because they're 5 points behind us, but they have 2 games in hand. So all of a sudden, if we do lose this, we drop this, we're only 2 points ahead of them, and they would still have one game in hand. And then that would potentially be for us dropping to 5th. Obviously, we can't do that just this weekend, but with the game in hand, 2 points behind, that's definitely not an outrageous hole to climb out of. And if we drop to 5th, we're out of the playoffs, which seems outrageous from that, that 9-game unbeaten streak that we went on, and now kind of this dip in form to really riding that playoff line makes me pretty nervous. So now is the time to turn it on if we want to host a playoff game, but ultimately now is the time to turn it on if we want to make the playoffs, right? If we want to make sure we make the playoffs. So it's really like no more, we can't really have any more of these, good performance, but we didn't get the result. Like now we need to have both, or we just need to have a mediocre performance, but squeeze out results, right? You gotta balance those, because at some point you gotta see those points let you climb your table. Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting at home watching the playoffs going, well, we played well this year, but we didn't get results. But that doesn't mean anything to us fans. So we gotta figure this out a little bit.
So going into this game, I mean, I think at this point we're going to be saying this for every single match. So just get used to it, right? If you're here, you're going to hear this. It's a very important match coming up.
Yeah.
It's a really important match. Every match is going to be important from this point on because of the points that were dropped. Maybe some of our bad playing in the beginning of the season is now starting to creep up on us and really affect us. So here we are, Creative Creature this Saturday. For anybody that is looking for a place to go and watch the game, Creative Creature is where we will be as the locals, I believe. Is it officially official, Steve?
Yes. Let's make that officially official. Creative Creature this Saturday. Nicole has done a ton of work by making a lot of calls, trying to find alternate locations for us to expand to. We've been to Creative Creature. We've been to Second Chance. We've been to a lot of places around town. We're trying to expand our network. She said a lot of places had a lot of going on. Obviously, it's Saturday night, 8:00 at night. It's kind of prime time for a lot of bars and breweries and stuff like that. So not to say Creative is not an awesome spot. We're going to go back there. And obviously they did 109 for us, our beer. And so this is kind of a cool way of saying, you guys hooked us up. We're going to come back to you and hook you guys back up. If you are listening to this podcast and you own a brewery or bar, please reach out. We are always looking to expand our network of watch parties and places people can go and gather. So don't hesitate to reach out. But yes, Creative Creature this Saturday. Match is at 8 p.m. So it's a later match. And if you were at Creative Creature last time, we had some issues with the sun and the projector and that kind of stuff. So this match is at 8 p.m. It's later. So the sun should be down behind the mountains there. And we should have the projector set up. I'll bring a speaker this time so we can make sure we get some sound and audio. And we'll have a good time right there outside.
Usually around that time is when the sun goes down. So that's, that works out this time. Right. Sweet. I won't be there, but make sure you go and head out there. I'm going to actually still be out traveling. It's a busy week for me. So, but Creative Creature in El Cajon, go and check them out and be there on Saturday and join the rest of the locals. Next match after that. So we're in September, man. Dude, like what?
I know.
What?
I know.
We're days away from September. By the way, if anybody wants to give me anything for my birthday, it's in a couple of days. So just saying. 9-5. Who are we playing? It's on a Sunday. Oh, I think we get like a bunch of Sunday matches right now.
We do.
Yeah, 3 p.m.
Yes, we do.
Ugh.
Yeah, we're about to have a lot of Sunday matches. Sunday kind of afternoon. Obviously, it's well known we share the stadium with USD, and this fall, everybody knows college football, and USD does have a football team. So college football will take over Saturdays at USD, and so we will be playing mostly on Sundays. I don't know if only Sundays left. I would need to look that up. But yeah, I know the next home match we have, September 5th, is at 3 p.m. So that's going to be kind of a Sunday game. And yeah, Jason, I was just about to mention the same thing. We've always played on a pretty pristine field at USD. Now I'm pretty curious how the field's going to hold up. If we're going to see some pretty torn up field we're going to be playing on a little bit more bumpy grass. Obviously, one of my big complaints I've had this whole time is I don't want to play soccer on football lines. I think that the sport deserves its own field with its own lines and its own, right? Everybody always comments on how beautiful the pitch is. And when it's kind of, obscured by football lines, it just bugs the shit out of me. But here we are. So it is what it is. We kind of just have to deal with it. I am very curious about the condition, but yeah. So Sunday, next match, we are not having a parking lot. That was kind of handed to us by USD. I think it's just probably too much for their staff to do a USD football game and then a potential parking lot. But I believe the match after that it's on. So not confirmed yet, but I believe that's the conversations I've had.
So Nathan just Mr. Nate Wiggins just said 4 different teams going to be playing on it. It's going to look bad. Yeah.
So that's going to be very interesting.
What are we going to do?
Yeah, what are we going to do? Exactly. It is what it is. But yeah, we play Los Dos. And then the match after that is, I believe, New Mexico United. So that'll be a fun match. I know New Mexico has a lot of supporters who are planning on coming out this way. I don't know if the recent COVID surge has changed their plans or not. But I do know that there were a lot of ticket spot and plans made to make it out here from the New Mexico supporters group, the Curse. So nice. that would be a ton of fun. It would be really cool to kind of branch out and meet them.
We were supposed to host Orange County supporters at our parking lot. They preferred. I would have too. Like, go pay for beer or just drink the beer that we have for free in the bus. I would have done that too.
Yep. I would have as well.
So yeah, today we're gonna have a little bit of a shorter one, as we mentioned. I think we're pretty much getting to the end of tonight. If anybody wants to throw some stuff, we're gonna go through some Discord stuff too. But do you want to hit the locals topics real quick before we do that?
Yeah,
very important questions on Discord that we got, by the way. Like super important.
Very important.
Great question. There's no such thing as a bad question until I read Discord. But go ahead.
No, really the only local topic, local specific that we haven't mentioned. Obviously, we mentioned the watch party this upcoming Saturday. The only local specific topic remaining would be the kits, the locals kits that we put for sale last Thursday, actually live on this podcast. We only have 2 more days. We're recording this on Tuesday night. If you are not watching this live, you have until this Thursday, August 26th at 11:59 p.m. So by midnight, that's kind of when we're going to shut things down. And then we're going to place the order on Friday. So this isn't oh man, I forgot, let me get in there. I need another one, or, oh, I forgot, or I want to make this modification. No. Get your order in. We give you a full week. We do have a men's size chart. We have a women's size chart. If you guys want those, just feel free to DM us or tweet at us or hit us up. We'll definitely get those to you if you're not sure how they fit or anything like that. But for real, we are not extending this at all. So, because we really want to get these ordered. We really want to get these ordered. We really want to get these in. So that cutoff date is real. If you put your order in and you want to change what it says or change your number or anything like that, feel free to hit us up, DMs or email or anything like that. We could definitely do that for you. We want to make sure this comes in exactly as you want it. But again, we're not going to be taking late orders. So you have until Thursday by midnight to place your order for your locals kit. And also, if you're not a part of Discord, please join our Discord, because locals members is a $5 discount code for the kits if you are a 2021 locals member.
Do it. There's a lot of fun on Discord.
Yeah, right now I will say we have over 100 ordered. So I'm really excited to see these things come in and really excited to distribute them. And I'm so excited to see them worn in Section 109 and all around Torero Stadium and at our locals events. And yeah, super, super exciting.
Finally, some Tory Green up in the stands. Yeah. I'm excited to see that, man. Yeah, I need to place my order too. So thank you for the reminder.
Me too. Again, actually.
By when? Thursday night.
Thursday.
Order going in on Friday. Okay.
Yes. Before we completely move on, I do want to say a huge shout out to Corbin. I don't know if I gave him enough love last week, but he did a ton of work. All those graphics were his work. He was kind of a sounding board through this process on what do you think about this? What do you think about that? We ended up collaborating a lot on this. So huge shouts to Corbin for all the hard work.
Yeah. Nice. All right. What else? Oh, do you want to start hitting some Discord?
Let's go. You want to curate this, Jerry?
No, I don't. You're the one that asked for questions. I don't care.
Damn it.
I actually literally don't care about anybody's questions at all.
All right. So how about this one, Jerry? Why is SD Loyal allergy to through balls?
What? Allergic, Nick? Allergic. Not why is San Diego Loyo allergy?
It's a good question. I mean, we had 4 offsides. So I think it's getting better, but we could definitely use more through balls. I think the answer to
I have
the
a love
question-
I have a hold on, I have a love allergy for San Diego Loyo and I can't get rid of it.
I think to answer the merit of the question, I don't think that we have a striker that really plays that way. I think Toomey could be that person, but he kind of plays as a deeper lying role. And so since we don't really have a striker that does that, we're not gonna play through balls, right? When Miguel was here, I think it worked better, but Nick, I think when Miguel was here, we had that style of play a little bit more, but since we don't kind of have him anymore, and neither of our strikers, kind of Corey or Toomey, are that person, that's all I got. That's why.
This is my face look. This is me looking through Discord. Yeah. I know for those people that are listening in audio only, don't know what I'm talking about. Go to YouTube and watch it. Okay. What else? What's next? What else we got?
Oh, let's go. Why is it the bees are dying at an alarming rate? You got anything for this one, Jerry?
Hold on.
This could be an entire podcast.
Why are bees dying at an alarming rate? Question mark. Oh, man. Yeah, look at that. Oh, the queen. It's because of the queen.
Mm.
No, there's a few reasons actually. Pesticides, lack of nutrition, climate change is one of the reasons. So there's a bunch of different things. I mean, just humans are killing the bees away without actually meaning to.
Yeah.
But there you go. There's your answer. Next one.
Just riveting content.
Everybody's leaving us right now.
Yeah,
actually,
right.
You know what? We just gained some ice. Ask another stupid question. Go, Steve. What else we got?
Did the Titanic really sink, or was it an insurance scam?
Ooh. Was there insurance back then?
I don't know.
It's a great question.
Maybe we should have Tom Blick on to discuss this sometime.
You should. Let's see.
What's next? Your turn.
Oh, any idea when we get some key guys back? No, actually. No idea. I don't think any. I think the majority of our people that are out for the season.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, the Muse thing was really a surprise to me. I heard nothing about that. So I hope he's okay. I mean, I think Austin's done a really good job, but I think Muse is exceptional.
Let's see. Do you think regular dogs see police dogs and think, "Oh shit, it's a cop"? That's a really good one.
That is a really good one. I have no idea.
Ghetto dogs are like, "Oh shit, it's a cop."
The privileged dogs probably just think it's another dog.
Great question. Eric said, follow up, is it the same for horses?
Horses are smarter, right?
Oh my gosh, you guys are terrible. We're never ever again going to ask you for your questions.
Yeah.
Do you think we're all just... Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think we're all just particles of a grilled cheese sandwich?
What does that even mean, Corbin?
It's a question. We ask for questions.
I would just say Corbin is a great designer and the jersey came out great. Let's move on to
Corbin's in college now. That's all we need to say.
Corbin's in college and creates questions that are confusing. Oh, how'd you like that one? How many words did I use? Okay. Oh, does it have mayonnaise? Oh, gross.
No, ew. Mayonnaise.
I like mayo, but not on.
I do not like mayo.
Not on grilled cheese.
No. no mayo ever.
You don't know what's good. Apparently Tom Blake and I are gonna have a dance fight, and yes,
Ooh.
Tom, I will win. I don't know how to dance though, but I'll still win. What else? That's it. That's all the questions.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all I got.
That's all I got too.
The Dodgers are beating the Padres in the 7th, 1-0.
Still 1-0? Wow.
One on base. Yeah, they haven't been able to do anything else.
Well, that's the Padres recently. So
Yeah. So I was watching the what's it, skills challenge, the MLS skills challenge,
oh yeah, talking about that before.
and that was cool. That was cool. The ending was pretty exciting. They had to do like a crossbar challenge. They totally should have gotten. I mean, we have to give a shout out, dude. We have to give.
Yes.
Go.
Little Joshy. So
Yeah,
this past in this past match, I can't believe I forgot this. We had the opportunity to kind of select 4 people from our membership to do the crossbar challenge. We talked about this last week. We selected 4 people from the parking lot, and Josh, one of our most enthusiastic members, he's there every week, right in front, just singing his heart out, going crazy. He got on the field. He wanted to do it, and he nailed it. It was
nailed it.
Like when he kind of stepped up, I was like, watch, this kid is gonna nail it. I had a feeling, and he did. It wasn't like a graze. It wasn't like oh cool, he got it. It was like a ping. It hit dead on. The dude
He knew exactly what he was gonna do too. That shirt came right off.
Yeah.
He did get a yellow, but it's fine. It's for excessive celebration.
He came back and went nuts again. I don't think we're ever gonna. He's always gonna, be bragging about that one, as he should. So shouts to you.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah, for sure. That was fun.
I feel like we'll end it on a really good note. Congratulations to Josh. I don't know what he got, but pretty cool. Maybe he can tell us. And yeah, that's it for us. I mean, it's going to be an interesting one on Saturday. Again, I mean, it's important. We have to show up in Sacramento and show them who's boss. Let's go. Thanks to everybody for hanging out, being with us. Steve, thanks for putting up with me being gone in Minnesota.
Thank you for making time, dude.
Drew, we miss you. And that's it. It's gonna do it for us. Look, I even have some audio. I like set it up. Hold on. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Bye.
Are we done?
We're done. All right.
Yeah. We forgot to mention the season tickets.
Oh, let's mention it now. We're still live, technically.
Yeah. Rommel just mentioned it in the comments. Renew your season tickets for that discount. Yeah, so you have 7 more days if you're not a season ticket holder currently to sign up your friends, or if you've been to 109 a couple times but you really want to dive in for season tickets, you got 7 more days to sign up for that $300 pricing.
Do it now.
So do it. Sign up your friends, sign up your family. It's a killer deal. If you are a renewal, I think it's until the end of October you have that pricing. I need to go back on that email and check that, but I think it's until the end of October if you're currently a season ticket member.
I think you're right. October 31st. I think that's what I saw. So, all right. Cool. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you later. I'm going to sleep.
Alrighty. See you, dude.
See you, man. Bye.
Bye.